overly expensive. As a matter of fact, I'm shocked at how very, very simple a lot of this stuff is. Oh, I see we have one more slide to look at, if you'd like.
This is a very simple picture, made with hardly any cost whatsoever. It is in a tube of light, in a tube of plastic. Light is reaching the bottom of the circle, and right above the bottom of the tube is a small branch from a pear tree. And the cloud of light underneath the branch seems to hold up the branch while the sun itself is forcing itself in. And the combination of all these forms together just seemed to work right then and now. And it belonged where it belonged. And so I made the picture. I'm going to walk over to the table and take a look.
So if you want to just go ahead and describe what some of the materials are here and where you've got them.
Okay.
And set something up for us.
Okay, this is the glass I was talking about, which came from a reading glass that had a metal band around it, which I removed. And I could use it in my hand and reflect the sun, the clouds, and the trees, and whatever else. And the edge is where the light would come through and burst on the end right here. And you could use that as part of your picture. And whatever else reflected in here could be used. And holding it at an angle, it could be the trees and the whole landscape in front of you from this one piece of glass. Now, similar pictures could be made on a smaller scale with a smaller piece of glass. Simplify. This is the cellophane and the gel that I used. And some green. And let me demonstrate a little cone of plastic that I use for the light. Soft cellophane and soft plastic in here that would catch the light. And this is similar to the setup that I had, only an enlarged version of the picture I took of the sun coming into that cave we just saw. That's included into the program. This soft plastic would be lit up by the sun that was coming through and colored by whatever color you'd need.
So where would
on the end.
Where would the camera be in relation to this?
Okay. Now, if I was holding this directly at the sun, the camera would be right here, as close as possible, focusing on the light that hit this soft plastic.
Now, that's only one of the techniques you use. I also use these flat gels.
Well, I use this in a variation of many different ways, but this gives you kind of an idea. Now, I'll put some very small tubes together, wrap them up, and take the ends and put different colors on the end. You think we can see? We turn the light on.
Let's give it a shot. Hold it up. Let's see. And if you just hold it.
Now, that's what the camera sees, only much closer.
And so when you're taking this now, you would be essentially a quarter of an inch to 1 inch away. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, how did you go about getting some of the shots that you got with the that had kind of a more translucent, filmy effect? Was that done with flat reflected light?
Which pictures are those?
There were a couple that just had some kind of wispy reflections on them.
Oh, you mean the ones from mine that I use with this?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is a Fresnel lens, which is like a record. It has the grooves of a record on there which collect the light and make the whole plastic glow. Now, some of the pictures that I've taken were up against this, and you can manipulate the light glowing by rubbing Vaseline in strips on the back. And you can adjust your object you're going to photograph by placing it where you wish in relationship to the light as it glows through. Now, this was done with the slide of the clover in the program, in which it was moving away and coming at you at the same time because of the way the light was reflecting.
Now, you also used some flat pieces in the reflected light, you were telling me. And how did you go about doing that?
I would take this and hold up different colored plastics or gels on water, and at the same time add leaves, and at the same time move around so I would model whatever I had.
Yeah, I wonder if we could reproduce that here, or give it a shot anyway at reproducing it.
Okay. Put this down here. Put light behind it.
Okay, here we go. Ah. And so that modeling there was what you got on a lot of, some of the shots that you were taking.
Yeah. You would take certain sections of picture of the design that you would find and use that. You would use whatever came up while you were working with it.
Besides natural objects you found outside, are there any other items that you used?
I was going to mention that the simplicity of all these products for making pictures came from 4x5 sleeve that protects